看到没有？里面是铁的吧？看到没有？好了，行。
为民除害那种，
对吧？
对对，为民除害，
对不对？是不是这个铁？
对，
是不是铁？灰的吗？你们是全是灰，全是灰色的铁。玩笑。埋伏。
又是一块假银子，真的快去看看你买到的实物银这个样子的到底是真的还是假的？能不能就是让这个世界多那么一点点真诚？没错，我们刚刚融化的就是这块银子，到手之后发现它的重量非常不对，并且在融化的时候它还会发这种蓝火绿火，感觉跟有毒气体一样。然后我们就去线下找到有光谱机的店铺去检测了一下，发现它表面只有一层铜，然后里面全部是锌和镍。
A worldwide stampede into gold and silver, and when it reaches China, of course, things go wrong. Fake gold and silver.
这些都是国内大店购买，票据编码都有，结果拿到回收店发现是掺假的。
假的，铁，这是黄金，这是铁。
哦，这是铁啊。
我的剪开来看看，里面全部都是填充物。这是某某牌子啊，还是大牌子的？你看看，大家可以以后买的时候多多小心。
跑着了嘛？
你自己看这里面是啥？你看，
这黑的这啥嘛？
这声音都是不对的，真正的声音是这样子的，听到没有？这都是假的，假的。
Now, this isn't your typical, you're buying gold off of Facebook Market or I don't know, Craigslist type of getting scammed. This is people in China literally buying from reputable, or at least they were reputable sources like banks, from jewelry stores, chain jewelry stores, as well as other reputable, authentic places.
整吧，烧嘛。你这个勾一看着就是有点粗糙，所以就是。
你看，搞不好这个也是假的。
这个烧也是。
已经化掉了，变成了。
哦。
对，你看已经烧。
锡，这个肯定是锡。
对，会喷。
会喷射嘛？加的这么实劲。
已经假了，你想。
你看这个不是锡
做的，就是它的熔点很低的。
开灯了的。
我给你剪一下个口了，你。
For example, this one is from Construction Bank of China.
先看一下这个啊，这个建设银行的了。
对啊。
为什么重量不达标呢？
不知道呀。
怎么少那么多呢？
那确实是建行没了。
扫看一下，这血。
血？那这都是假的。那我这去找那也没有这个办法。
我的好友建设银行，写的是建设银行。
And this one from the 2008 Olympics official merchandise store.
出大事啦！我们来以这个为例啊，它是在这个盒子里面装着的，还有一个这个外壳，看着很正经，对不对？300克 ，AG 999。第一点，重量都差这么多，差了将近一半，这不是扯淡吗？对不对？然后我剪了个口子，过了光谱仪，纯铜啊，4个9的铜。接着啊，我们以这个为例啊，这个更夸张啊，白手套啊，什么声明啊，什么证书啊，什么七七八糟一大堆啊，这个盒子也很屌啊，好重啊，这个我都把它拆出来了。这些玩意儿一起有38个 ，AG 3个9，1盎司，1盎司应该要有31克多。第一点，重量又差了一截。竹铜4个9，纯铜的。
There's also places where you get collectible souvenir coins or bullions that double as real gold, of course, but more for like the commemorative sake, keepsakes. Actual bars that you buy at market prices as well, they would come with even a certification or documents verifying its authenticity, but in reality, of course, people find out it's still fake. So I would even call this like a deliberate scam from essentially real places in China, like banks and whatnot. So fake gold in China is commonly made with thorium mixed in. Thorium is a metal that's basically, when you mix it with gold, it usually has a rough texture when you cut it open. And if you put it on the XRF analyzer, it actually returns as mostly gold. So it's really hard to tell unless you, of course, have some keen eyes, professional eyes to look at it and ways to examine it. And fake silver, on the other hand, is usually replaced by tin, which is another metal that's similar in color, not necessarily completely similar, but to the common folks, it does look like silver. And tin usually melts faster at when you treat it with high temperature, like under flames and whatnot, than silver does. Now, recently the price, obviously, of gold and silver has jumped quite a lot, and so many people in China went to their jewelry collection or went to their gold bars and silver bars to try to sell them for money, so they take them to the merchants to be examined. And it turns out fake gold and silver is actually a pretty widespread thing in China. There's plenty of videos and source materials that I was able to find online, and this is a problem that I would say goes back to quite a few years, especially as after the pandemic, as gold prices surged and silver prices surged. And I would say it's a massive scale operation in China. These are some of the videos that I was able to find from recent days. This one I thought was interesting because this is from 4 years ago. But the actual event that the man experienced had taken place over 10 years before that. So he bought a bunch of gold bars, or they're not really gold bars, but they're gold pieces from the bank. And within the span of 10 years, these pieces rusted. Yeah, real gold doesn't do that. And so the response from the bank was obviously that they were just selling the gold. They weren't in the position to verify the content or the authenticity of it. Wow, such a great response, right? Not really. And the problem is here, they obviously make it to look like it's 999 or 99.9% pure gold, or if it's let's say 100 gram, they claim that it's 100 gram pure silver or gold. So people were bringing in those coins, and turns out none of them are real. Obviously, it's very depressing. It's angry for just a bad situation for these people. Now, one of the ways that it seems like you can tell the fakes from the real is first by weight. Usually, if the actual bar is real, let's say 100 grams, they're not going to give you 101 grams of real gold because that's actually bought at market price. So that's real gold that they're not going to just freely give you, right? You're not getting a promotion. So if you bought 100 grams of gold in a bar, it's not going to weigh more than 100, right? You're not going to get 101 or 102 grams. And second, if you cut open some of these bars or ingots or the bullion, clearly it's a different color in the middle. The cross-section looks way different. That obviously means that it was either coated on the outside. Might be gold, might be other metal, who knows, right? But the actual content is not. Or in the case of the mixture of gold with thorium, you're probably going to see a flush color but a rough texture.
这个含来的黄金啊，这个到我这儿的时候都已经融化完了。顾客他是从网上买的小金豆，然后准备打金的，都大火给它烧化之后啊，它就会什么表面上这种麻麻来的。为什么？因为它来的熔点高啊，它烧不化呀。黄金化了，它还没有化，所以说它就变得这种颗粒感特别的强哈。来，大家找一个最简单的鉴别方法哈，看到啊，找一个不锈钢的东西或者铁的东西也行，你看，能看到吧？非常深的划痕，对不对？为什么？因为它来的硬度高呀。我们用这个普通的黄金，你怎么划，你也不可能给它划出来划痕的，因为黄金它足金它软呀，能明白吧？
And before we finish our video today, I just want to take a moment to thank you guys for your generous support donating to the Escape the Firewall initiative. It has now reached more than $2,000 for our first run, which means we're able to provide 100 links for people, tens of thousands of people in China, this free and very easy access scaling the firewall. And so thank you very much for that. And again, those of you donated to the cause will get email updates of the real-time usage reports on this particular initiative. And if you are planning on donating more, or you planning on doing so, we're just refreshing the links to a new one so that each time we can track how the $2,000 is moving. And so thanks again for all your support so far, and I hope you continue to support this cause. And this is really how people outside of China can help those inside China to help them get access to real information. And this is honestly what's going to help people escape the CCP censorship, the brainwashing in China. And ultimately, I hope one day we'll see a China that is free. All right, thank you so much for watching this episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about this fake gold and silver situation in China. And if you're watching on China Insider, please go subscribe to our new channels, David Zhang 360 and David on China. All right, until next time.